right, thank you, Lindsay. Now on Bounce, you have the chance to make a difference in a child's life by making them a permanent part of your family. Here to invite you to join the cause is Masin Muhammad. He's a board member for the Gift of Adoption Carolinas chapter and a former Carolina Panthers player, one of my favorites of all time. It's good to see you again and good to have you on the show tonight.
You know, it's always a pleasure to be with you, Delano. I'm always impressed by you, man. It's great to have you be on the show with me.
I pay him a lot of money to say that. It's always good to see you, Moose. What impact has adoption had on you and your family?
You know, adoption is a big part of my family. We have a couple of adopted children in our family, and a lot of people say, man, Moose, you've done a lot to change their lives. And I always say, you know what, those kids have done more for my life than I can ever imagine and ever do for them, you know. So it's a great thing, and what we want to do is just give back. So I'm a founding member of the Gift of Adoption of the Carolinas.
Yes.
We actually have a national board. But just here in the Carolinas, we've done some pretty impressive things over the last 5 years.
How did you get involved in this? Why did you decide to go the adoption route?
Well, you know, our now president, Jay Cipriani, adoption has impacted his life, you know, in a big way. And I think all of our board members, the majority of our board members, adoption has impacted their lives, you know, in a big way. And so we've always wanted to give back to the community and give back to those parents that want adoption in their life, that want a child and maybe can't afford it, right? So what we've done is we provided funding. Adoptions are very expensive, you know, anywhere from 25 to 30.
You how much it costs.
Yeah, I mean, it could be expensive, you know, anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000, you know, for a typical adoption. So what we do is we provide up to $7,500 in grant money, and over the course of the last 5 years, we've provided up to $340,000, almost $350,000 in grants for about 115 families in the Carolinas.
Look at these, some of the smiles on the kids' faces here. You can see what it means to them to be a part of a family.
Well, you know, every child deserves to have a family. And those families out there that can't have biological children, or maybe have biological children but want to add to their family and give, you know, a child that family experience, ought to be able to do that. And funding shouldn't be the thing that stands in their way. So, you know, we serve that purpose, and I think it's a great purpose to be able to provide those funds for needy families and also for the kids. We have a lot of children out there that are in need.
Now, what impact have you and Gift of Adoption had on the Charlotte community and across the Carolinas? And does the money that's raised here stay here?
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a gala going on this Saturday, and we're very proud of our gala. Our board works extremely hard to put this gala on. It's our 5th annual gala, and it's going on this Saturday at the Myers Park Country Club. Okay. Over the last 5 years, Delano, I said this, that we've provided over $340,000 in the Carolinas to over 115 families. So wow. The money that we raise, the money that we've raised, and the money that we'll raise on Saturday night will go back to all families in the Carolinas. So it's impactful for the people right here in our community.
Still some tickets available?
A few tickets available. So if you want to go, and I'll tell you, Jericho Cottrey is going to be the keynote speaker, and Jericho's going to talk about
Panthers receiver. Yeah.
Panthers receiver. Jericho Cottrey is going to talk about how adoption impacted his life and his household. So
wow.
If you want to hear about that story, and I think it's a fabulous story. I know the story, but I'm not going to tell you about it. You got to be there to hear it. Yeah. Go to giftofadoption.org. That's giftofadoption.org.
Okay.
And we have a few tickets left if you want to come.
All right. Masin, always a pleasure. Come on in, Lindsay. I know this is very important to you, dear to your heart, and we appreciate all you do in the community. What the Panthers players do and all the local sports teams do in the community. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, you'll find a lot of Panther players and just a lot of our sports celebrities give back, and I'm just one of the few.
For more information on the Gift of Adoption, log on to WBTV.com in the web extra section.